you so to marketing and money math. And I'm going to be doing some little behind the scenes, so it'll give you a chance to see how different things work if you're that person who's open to building your business with biblical principles and maybe starting an online course or online consultant business. So I am my name is Cathy McReynolds. I'm with Bible Business Academy, where we help you build a business with biblical principles. So what I'm going to do right now, y'all, is I'm going to go and share my screen right now and inside of our group so that our group can participate in this as well. And this is kind of an impromptu. So if you come on here, we're gonna look at the ads that we're running. Some I'm going to cut off. I'm going to add some more on there, and then we're also going to look at the money math on that. So in Proverbs 4:7, it says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. So therefore, get wisdom, and watch all thy get, and with all thy getteth understanding." And that has to do. That's a principle that you can use in business as well. You want to be able to use that principle when it comes to you building your business, because if you're going to build a business, you have to understand the money math. Even Jesus said, who of you would say you want to build a tower, build a business, but you don't count the cost? So part of this is teaching you how to count the cost. And the reason why we're doing that is because you see that certificate behind me. When you join our academy, we have a spring academy that's coming up. You will learn marketing, advertising, how to set up your website. We will teach you all of that and everything that you need to know when it comes to building your business and running your business. So I figured I'd jump on here, do what happens on the back end. Also let me know if you're catching this during the live or replay and where you might be tuning in from. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to our money math section, and we're going to show you how that works and how you can put some numbers in. And then I'm going to show you where I get the numbers from, and we'll come back to that. But I wanted to share the money portion of it first. So let me go over here. Oh, actually, let me go back here, and I'm going to switch me out and put the money math in. So as you can see, this is the money math portion of that. Actually, there we go. We're going to do it that way you can see it. So as you can see, what you're seeing here on the screen, this is what you get when you're in our academy to help you understand your money math. So this is Bible Business Academy income spreadsheet. So right here, we're looking at a monthly ad spend of $2,000. Now you can change that, and wherever you're at, whatever you want to spend, you could spend that. And then here's what I'm going to focus on today is the cost per lead. And I'm going to share with you guys, we're going to go look inside of my ads inside of Facebook. And it's the same thing that we would set up for you if you were doing that. But I'm going to show you why it's important to monitor it and actually to know how to do this yourself. Yeah, you can hire someone to do it, but once you get it and understand it, and we teach you it from A to Z, it's pretty simple. So you don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to show you an example here. So as you can see, the cost per lead is $3. All right. And I'm not going to go over all the other numbers right now. I'm going to show you the cost per lead, which is $3, and your product price is $19.97. So that's the cost of one of our courses that we have, that academy that we have going up. So let me go down here and show you what that looks like. So if I'm spending $2,000 and the cost per lead is $3 and the product price is $19.97, that means that I would need to have 667 leads. I would have to book 33 calls, complete 17 of them. And if I got 3 deals, was about what you would get out of that. Show up rate, you get 50%, and then you get 20% of the people who close. Those are the numbers. So that means that I would spend $2,000 to make $4,657. Well, your revenue would be $6,657, and then your gross profit would be 4,657, and that's a 70% margin. Now, my goal is always to have a 90% margin. So that would be something that wouldn't be very smart to do. And when you go, when you look on down here, it says your ad spends, we break it out by week, by day, and by the hour of exactly what you're spending and the revenue that you're making. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but I just wanted to share those numbers with you. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to show you in Facebook. So I'm gonna have to come back over here. We're gonna come back to this in a second because I do have some leads that we're getting at $3. And yeah, to have a 70% margin, it's good, but it's not great, and you can do better. So for every dollar you're putting in, you're making $1. Yeah, you're making a profit. People would do that all day long. But what if you could do better when you understand the money math, when you know how to count the costs and you know how to get the right audience, and you also have the right sales team. You have everything has to all come together, and that's part of what we do in that certificate, in that class, in that academy, as we help you with that. So let me come back over here, and I'm going to stop this share. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to stop that share, and we're going to actually share the Facebook ad source. So let me share my screen here, go over to my Chrome tab, and we're going to do ad, and I'm going to share that. Okay, so now what you're looking at is our Facebook Ads Manager. Yeah, I just want to hop myself back over here. Now, this will give you an example. We had 95 ads running here. You can see the impressions and the cost per results and all of that. That's the number. Like this, for example, from the Kenneth Copeland audience, it's costing me $3 a lead based on 4,353 impressions that we have there. It shows you the amount spent on that was $110, and what that got us was 37 leads. So 37 leads, $3 per lead. I just showed you that example. That came from the audience of Kenneth Copeland. I have time to go over how we decide on all of those audience. And that spend on that was about $110 in that particular period that we did it. So now I just started running some new leads. You can see here it says March 9th, 2022. And let me show you what's working and what we're going to stop. Okay, so when we come up here and we look at those leads, and when you're just getting them started to see what works and what don't work, you start them with as little as $2 per audience. Okay, so when I go down here, if I look, so we got Kenneth Copeland, 37 leads, and that was over a longer period of time. With Steve Harvey, we got website leads of 2, but they're 51 cents. If I go down here to, and those just started the other day. So this is not the same. As you can see, it was only 16 reach versus 3,009. So that number can change. It can go higher, it can go lower, but I like the direction that is going as 51 cents. And you can see here, Jesse Duplantis is at $53 a lead also for 37 leads. Les Brown, look at Les Brown here. We got 234 leads off of Les Brown's audience, and that was $2.15 a lead. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, and you can see some of them, the ones that I killed real fast. These were $8.11 a lead, which is, still not bad for a $19, $2,000 course. But if you know you can do better, then you do better. So I'm going to show you, we got Les Brown, which we have a lot of numbers from his spend, and I'm doing total when I go back over here, and I'll show you if we just took $2,000 on that one audience, and then we take that one audience and we continue to run it. I'm going to show you if this one stays at 51 cents, because we definitely have had them under $1, and that's always my target. That's when you know that you're in the right audience. So as you can see here, I go down, I got Tony Robbins, free report entrepreneurship, like 242, 292. So you can see Grant Cardone was 685. So we did away with that. Free report, who was that? Oh, retargeting. That's people who've already looked at your site. That was $4. Renee Brown was $3.58. So all is defined between 25 to 50 audience that can constantly run leads in. So this is a new one, Steve Harvey, that I have coming up. We also put out new, I did a report, keeping no leads yet. Tyler Perry, no leads yet with that one. So I know that I usually give everything about 3 days, and that includes some weekend time and regular day time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back over, and I am going to put the 215 in and the 51 cents in and let you guys see the difference. So let me know what you're getting out of this so far. And trust me, we train you on how to do all of this, so you don't have to worry about knowing it from the get-go. You can, like when I first started, I absolutely knew nothing about this, and I learned it all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this share, and we're going to go back over to the money math, and we're going to plug those numbers in. So let me go ahead and reshare the screen, and let's get that Chrome tab, and let's get the spreadsheet. Okay. So if you guys remember the numbers, the one was cost per lead was $2.15, $2.15. And I'm going to, so let's say if I'm going to put $2,000 on that a month, all right, and you don't even, and I'll show you, because I think it was only a couple $100 that we actually spent on that one. In fact, I'm going to go over here to Facebook and get the true numbers of what it was 215, 234. And let me look at how much we had. You can't see this, but I can see it. So it's $503.16. So I'm going to put the true numbers in here so that you guys can see this. Okay, so we're going to put monthly ad spend. I'm going to put $500. Okay, so that was $500, right? 215. And so when you look at that, you got 50% of the people show up. You're selling a 1997 product. Your revenue on that is at 78%. So you see how that dropped down, and your profit is 1822. So as you can see per lead, it's not good at all, because you're not making it. If you decide actually for 997 product, you can see here that you're only going to close about one person spending $500 a month. Your cost per lead, you make $5,000 off of 500. So yeah, that's decent. Okay, that's very good. You're at a 91% margin rate on that. That's at $500 ad spend. So if I take that out and I put that at $2,000 a month, and that's I think it's about $50 a day on it, you're going to get 930 leads. You should book 47 calls to complete 23 and close at least once out a week. And that right there is a 91 margin, which is perfect. And your gross profit is 21,000. Your revenue is 2342. Take out your ad spend and other stuff, and of course your commission. So that'll go down a little lower. You're looking at a 91% margin. So that's good money math. That is excellent money math, and that's worth it. at $2.15. So if you have, before you close out a lead, you always want to come right over here and see if the money makes sense, if the math makes sense. You want to count your costs. And so this is why I said, in all thy getteth understanding. It's just not, about prospecting and finding people. You also have to understand the numbers. And if you could pay $2,000 to make $21,000, how often would you do that? All the time. And then you have freedom. You don't have to worry about being that person that's inside of Messenger, messengering people. You're putting your information in front of people who want what you have, and then you're turning around and helping them with that. So that right there is great money math, and is great business. And the more you keep doing it, the more it's going to get better for you. So let's just say you got your gross profit of 21,000. So that's $2,100. Now you tithe 10%. If you give away another 10%, that's another 2,100. So part of doing it in biblical principles, you got to look at, okay, now you can tithe, now you can do your offerings, now you can do your first fruit, now you can do your palms offering. Like, there's so many things that you can look at, and that's how you separate yourself from the way the world does it. And these are the things that we teach you at Bible Business Academy and help you with. So I'm going to show you, if you take that from 2,000 and now you're spending $10,000 a month on ads, and you're like 10, but you just made 21,000. So if you take half of that money and learn to put it back in your business, let's look at what your numbers would go to. So that means that if you invest $10,000 a month into ads, your profit now is $106,000, as long as your cost per lead remain around $2.15. And I'm going to even take it up to the one where we had $3, because all day, every day, you can get leads for $3 a lead. And you look at that, your profit is still at 88%, which is super high. And you just made $73,000. So would you spend $10,000 to make $73,000? Yes. You got 3,333 leads. Your team booked 167 calls. You completed 83, and you closed 16. See, math, numbers don't lie. People do. Numbers don't. And business is predictable, and you have to know the numbers. You got to know what you're working towards in order to make that happen. And that's the reason why you have to bring enough value where you can feel confident that you can charge $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 to help someone, but you got to understand your business. And now look at this. So imagine being able to give in a tithe to your church of $7,300 that month. Would that change your church? And I think, let's see, let me do some adding here for the year. Just kept that 7,300 times 12. That's $87,600 that you just gave to your church for you giving your tithe and you helping them. Would that change some lives? Would that save some souls? Would that do some different things with people and be able to help them out? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. And so then as you keep going, I'm going to take this back down to $2,000 just to get you started. And we're going to do that cost per lead at 0.51, which you just saw there. If you're catching this in the middle of it, just go back in the beginning and take a look at that. So look at your profit margin. This is why I love the information marketing business. Once you get an understanding of it, it's just a no-brainer. If you have something of value that you could share with people, and you can do it from anywhere around the world. And a lot of it just, like literally you can get it where you are only working 15 to 20 hours. So you have more time to go out and do the things that you desire to do in life and have freedom. And if you want to know more about our courses and how we do it with biblical principles, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, BibleBusinessAcademy.com, download our report, and then check out our academies that we have and get that certificate that's behind me. So at 51 cents a lead, if that's all that's costing you and you're spending $2,000 a month, look at your gross profit. So your revenue is 97,800. Your gross profit is 95,980 dollars. That means you got 3,922 leads. You booked 196 calls, and when you have a product that's about 5 grand, you will be on the phone booking calls, or you'll have a team that's doing that. Now you can employ people, right? It doesn't cost that much. You look at 2 grand, spend that all day, every day, on stuff. So, and for business, trust me, that's a rent right there. That's a rent for some of the businesses that I've had, not even talking about everything else that went on there. So that was 98 completed calls. You only need 20 clients that particular month. You just made $95,980. So tithe that's 10 grand. That's $120,000 for the year that you're helping somebody out. So, guys, can you see how that makes a huge difference? How you need to understand how to advertise, number one, what the money math is, and then you also need to understand how it all ties in together. So I hope that brought you value today. We're going to be doing a lot of these behind the scenes and showing you how you can take and use biblical principles to build your business and follow the system, not the Babylonian system, but God's system, and create wealth, because he wants you to prosper. He wants you to be prosperous. He wants you to take the money and put it back into the kingdom to help save souls, to help people. And that's what this is all about. So if we can help you create the business and life that you desire, and you want to do that with biblical principles, make sure you go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, and book a call with us if you need, or just join our next academy. We have one coming up, and we're also going to give you a certificate saying that you understand marketing, advertising, and also building a business. So whether you're just getting started or you've been in business a long, long time, you definitely want to check it out. All right, y'all, have a great day. Let me know in the comments what you got out of it, and we will talk to you later.